Well, I be damned. This album is kind of fire. We going live from the underground. What up, YouTube? Topaz Yates back with another live from the underground. But today we gonna do a live review for the new Weeknd album, the Dawn FM. And like I said in the little intro, man, album is kind of fire here. So much so that it was trending all over Twitter all yesterday as soon as it dropped. Yo, album of the year. Yes. All of the Weeknd stans and Weeknd fans called it. This is the album of the year. January 6th. Like, you know what's super annoying about that? One, these people, they only listen to this album. They didn't listen to nothing else. Probably was just waiting on this for the entire year. Probably didn't listen to anything else after that. But then you're saying that this is the best, so therefore, everything is downhill from here. We got what? 57, 58 days of trash. That's what you guys are saying. If this is the best album of the year, then like let's go ahead and pack it up now. Let's just go ahead, end it all. It's a wrap. We don't know if Kendrick Lamar is going to come back from the dead and drop anything that's fire. Michael Jackson could come back from the dead and drop a new album and it'd be great too. We don't know, but what y'all know is that this is your best album of the year, so it must suck to be a Weeknd fan for the rest of this year. That's all I'm saying, because you're going to be brutally disappointed with anything else that comes out. Now, do I feel as though this could become the album of the year? It's possible. It could definitely be in the running for the best album by the time December rolls around, but there is no telling who all is going to drop, if there's any classic music, anything like that. So that's why I really dislike it when stans and fans like to go ahead and put extras and go out of their way to say how great something is the night of. Like, I never give albums 10 out of 10 until they breathe for some months. You feel me? If I go back and I listen to them and I'm still enjoying all of the music and none of it gets deleted off my playlist, that's when I go ahead and be like, okay, this project is legit. But I will give you a 9 out of 10 with the ability to become 10. But this project here, man, I like it. I like it a whole lot. As it's a super dark one, but you know, that's on par for what The Weeknd has delivered throughout his entire career. The Weeknd does the super dark, melancholy type singing with concepts. Like even his videos and stuff, when they started doing like he gets shot up and he dies and stuff and it's very artistic, very creative, very dark though. And this is just on par for the entire course. So my perception on this entire album, the basic concept is this is the end of his life, looking back as he's full of regrets. That's why the artwork is what it is. Him as an old man looking at you like he's about to keel over. Like this is the end of his life and he's giving you everything. And honestly, and then when you go through it, like he got a whole bunch of commercials, like he got his own, it's called Dawn FM because it's a radio station that he's crafting to go ahead and put this out there. And these commercials that he got on there be dark, dude. Like the Afterlife commercial that he had at the very end. The very end also had that Phantom of Regret where dude was like, okay, giving you the basic premise, he's giving you, he's pretty much telling you the dead remembering all the lost moments and the lost lives, and how it's somewhat of a ghost, how you are, what is it? How he's trying to give you words to live by, like don't grow old and full of regrets and things of that nature. You should live out everything that you want to do. And you know, that could be good or bad depending on who you're talking to. I mean, Rittenhouse did what he always felt he wanted to do, but that's beyond the scope of what this is. Honestly, he's just telling us as people to live our lives. Don't get so caught up in other things that you don't ultimately live the life that you always wanted to do. Don't grow old full of regrets. And he gives it to you in like the darkest ways possible. I mean, listen to these titles. Out of Time, Sacrifice, Take My Breath. Even had Quincy Jones on here. Quincy Jones told a story about how his mother got committed due to having dementia, and like that and other experiences that he had leading up, that pretty much has affected his entire life to the point that he became non-committal, which sounds like excuses to me, brother. But I understand as children, things happen to us that affect us. But as men, as grown adults, we need to, the thing that's ailing you, the pain that's stressing you and things of that nature, you run at it, you defeat it. You can't sit back like, oh man, that just affected me my entire life. No, as a man, you can't talk about things that happened to you in 1945. Like, that's still affecting me. Like, no. But I like it. Like, I like the concept, I like the theme, and I like how he pieced it all together here. Because, okay, when you try to place this album into a genre, you see that it's a blend of a bunch of different genres. It's because he's The Weeknd, it's pop music, blended up with house music, R&B music, and an 80s thing, all rolled into one. Like, pretty much take what Tory Lanez did with their Alone at the Prom, give it a bigger budget, and throw some pop in there. That's pretty much what you got here. And it's a very interesting blend of music. Like, I've never thought of, like, cause you know, go back to other projects like Kendrick Lamar when he dropped To Pimp a Butterfly, where that was jazz, hip hop, blues, a bunch of stuff all rolled into one. Like, but Kendrick didn't make it into a timepiece where you can take it back in time with this theme. Like, that's like the next level. That's next level thinking. And the fact that all of this was going into this and it just worked out. But it more comes because The Weeknd is collaborating with some quality musicians, man. Like the Swedish House Mafia, the house musicians, where they are going to be headlining Coachella, where they had their hand in a bunch of these tracks off of this project. Now, this is not the first time that I've heard of these people, but this is the first time that I actually sat down and listened to full projects from them. And them and The Weeknd together pieced together some solid and beautiful music. And this is one thing that a lot of independent MCs and musicians in general can learn from. Like, experimenting with new genres can help you expand your brand, help you expand your longevity, but yet you still got to do it right. Like, there was always a saying that hip-hop rappers, in order to sell the millions, you would have to cross over and go pop. Well, that was true for a period of time. nowadays, I mean, yes, still nowadays you still have to cross over to a degree to reach those epic numbers. But not all artists. Not all artists. Like, if you're doing the commercialized trap music as we see it now, you just got to do trap music and you'll still get those numbers. But for the most part, to get to where The Weeknd is, 100 million streams on every single song, yeah, pretty much is going to be crossing over. But there are ways that you can cross over and keep quality musicianship as long as you're a good musician. And The Weeknd, he's not my favorite by a long shot. But you can't deny him. You can't deny that he's been pumping out quality music for a very long time, that he has the ability to touch any genre of music that he so decides to touch. He can lay hands on it and make it better than what it was before. That's how skilled of an artist that he is, and he's showcasing it now as he's doing this hodgepodge of genres of music that hardly are ever meshed together. Like, I can't name another album, I really can't name another album that has done anything like this. Was not only 80s themed, but pop and house music with R&B. Like, I've never heard of that from anybody. And it all came together hot. Like that, I respect it. I really respect it. But let's look at some of these songs on here, man. Let's look at some of these songs. My favorite ones. How Do I Make You Love Me? Now, this song is solid. I definitely enjoyed this one all the way. The theme, the concept, though, is something that you see it all the time with guys. Like, you get so fixated on one woman. And I get it. I've been there. I've seen some beautiful women. I had my chance with some beautiful women. Messed it up. But the thing is, guys will lie, cheat, steal, do whatever they can, take all of my money, do anything so that you can just love me. What do I have to do for you to actually be feeling me? Like, you're going about the game the wrong way. Because one, there's going to be far more beautiful women out there that you experience in your life as long as you get your money together. Women come to you when you are established, when you are out and about shopping, just doing normal things. If you at like a yacht club because your money is together, you got a yacht, you got that, women will pull up on you. See, guys chasing after women is like the worst thing that you could do. Like, chase after your money. Do not chase after these women. If you chase after these women, you're going to die broke. They will lose respect for you. If you're trying to do what The Weeknd is ultimately trying to pull with this concept, where it's somewhat, I'm trying to not trap a chick, but I'm trying to do anything that I can to get you to like me. Like, no, either they like you or you don't. There's another beautiful woman coming soon after, especially if you got your money, you got a crib, you got a car, you actually bought something in your life. Like, that's what women are attracted to. That's what women honestly want. You feel me? Don't get so consumed with trying to make some chick love you, even no matter how beautiful she is, no matter how much you feel as though you have chemistry and all that stuff. There will be another one. Believe me, as long as you are doing what you need to do, the women will come. But I love the production, love the song. Definitely one that's going to stay on my playlist for a while. Out of Time. Out of Time is another one. Super fire song. Enjoyed this one all the way through. Where the concept of this one is, he's having feelings for someone, but he didn't really connect with her when he had the chance. And that happens all the time. Again, another thing that I've experienced in my life. See, it is typically, they say relationships between men and women is like a completely missed high five. Because when you're young, trying to get women, you need to be coming up and getting your money. At that time, women are at their peak. That's when they're in demand. That's how you see these chicks on Instagram getting flued out in the flies of clothes and stuff. You see them like they be up in the jets. Now, they don't be showing you what they be doing to get up in the jets. But they have their pick of man. And the more beautiful they are, the more stuff that they can get. You feel me? So when you coming up at the same age of somebody who's beautiful like that, she's looking at other men who can provide for things because you're not established yet. You haven't really done anything yet. You haven't got no money. You ain't got nothing. But yet, as you continue to climb up in the game, you get your money together. You stay focused. You stay down. You begin to build up. Her demand begins to falter. A lot of these chicks go and get pregnant by whatever the dealer out there who really ain't taking care of nobody anyway. They make stupid mistakes that young, dumb chicks always make stupid mistakes. They lose their figure. They no longer getting the like, dudes is always going to be in your IG. Dudes is always going to try to smash. But yet, dudes ain't trying to pay for no house for you no more. Why? Because why do I need to pay for anything for you when your baby daddy, who you got kids with, ain't did nothing for you? Why should I pay any of this money? No, that's the type of attention that they get from that point on after like age 30 or so. But yet as men, once we hit 30, 35, we begin to hit our stride. As long as we make it, as long as we stay focused, as long as we working, as long as we start getting our paper, that's when we begin to get to that point where we can get the women that was back in 18, 19, 20, that was really not looking at us because we wasn't together. So it's ultimately, and then a lot of these women who end up messing up, don't want to rock with the dude who actually they could have built with and all that stuff. They tend to try to come back to him now, don't they? All out of shape kids, like, oh, I remember you from back in the day, but now I got my stuff together. I'm not focused on you. But that's the thing. He, in this song, he ran out of time because this chick moved on. And that's the smart thing that women need to do. Like, if the relationship that you in as a younger woman or whatever is not panning out, not working out the way it needs to be, then you need to be moving on. Because as I said, you got to about age 30. Once you hit age 30, all your attention and all of the bargaining power that you got for guys to take care of you like they want to be taken care of. Don't ever be fooled, guys. Like, these women want you to pay for everything. They want a man that's going to take care of them, going to protect them, going to provide, going to do everything for them. That's what they want. And hey, I got nothing against doing that for someone who is mine, that I love. That's really there for me. Got no problem with that because, you know, I'm on my way up. I got my own money. I'm doing my own thing. I can do that. It is what it is. But women do need to find that person before 30, or they're going to be like all the rest of these women out here who ain't nothing but glorified side pieces. They are nothing but glorified side pieces being passed around, and nobody is wifing them up. It is what it is. But Out of Time, fire song. The next fire song that's on the playlist is Best Friends. Where Best Friends is, you know, he being friends with a woman and he ended up smashing, as they all are, because this is just the reality of the dating game and relationships between men and women. It does not, like, there's no relationship between a man and a woman that does not lead to smashing for the vast majority. Like, there's only but a few actual friendships out there that men and women actually will have where there's no actual sexual benefits and all that. Like, because real talk, a male friend to a woman is a guy who just hasn't smashed yet, or is a guy who has smashed, and, you know, they come and go, they have fun together, it's a casual thing, they know that they're just there for each other. Like, that's just how it be. But for this being a work of fiction to a degree, well, I mean, you never know, because some guys don't know how to play the game. Some guys don't know how to deal with women. So these types of situations, I'm sure they do occur. Not for me, though. But okay. In this story, he's best friends with some chick, but yet smashing. And, you know, smashing, it changes the whole relationship dynamic. Like, somebody ends up catching feelings. When feelings is caught, the whole friendship and the benefits and all that stuff can either become more or it falls apart and you end up hating each other. When y'all was cool before, just playing the games and all of that stuff. But we all know the real. Like, any chick that's coming through to just play games with a dude, odds are dude is smashing. But anyway, fire song, definitely enjoyed it regardless. My next favorite song, I Heard You're Married. Now, this song is an infidelity track where the Weeknd is playing an individual who doesn't know that this woman is married. This woman is stepping out on her husband with him, and she's trying to cover up the tracks, trying to pretend like she's not with somebody at all. And he heard about it, and he's like, look, if you gonna roll with me. Like, why do I, like I'm trying to help you out. Like, you ain't got to stay with this individual. You could just roll with me. And that's not the way that you play it, fellas. That is not how you play this. Because, okay, how they come to you is how you will lose them. Let me say that again. How they come to you is how you will lose them. If she was cheating on her man with you, and you end up dating her, she's going to end up cheating on you for the next guy. You feel me? So you trying to establish and create some kind of relationship with a woman who's clearly has no respect for marriage in general, like, they say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. They say this for a reason, fellas. Like, these things, these traits that you find these women with and all of that, they don't go away. They stay around. And when she gets bored with you, she's going to resort back to these tactics, because monogamous relationships, they're difficult, they're long. Eventually, people like to just go ahead and sabotage them so they can get out, and not realizing, like, okay, you should have stuck with it. Women in general, if you got a great thing going, if you got a guy who's a provider, a guy who's taking care of you, especially if you were at advanced age around 30 to 35, you better stick with the guy that you got, because the dating market is way more fierce than you think it is. It's way more fierce than you think it is. And you're going to get cut out the game by the new 18, 19, 20-year-olds and you just gonna be indefinite side chick. I mean, look at Kim K and Kanye, you dig? Like Kanye was talking some stuff like, yeah, I would like to go ahead and get back with my wife. I like to go ahead and get back with Kim K. But lately he's been trending all over Twitter now, hasn't he? Like his new chick. Let me see if they are still trending. I don't think they're trending no more. I forget the name of the actual chick. But Kanye's been trending all over the net with his new chick. And you know Kanye, he gonna get him a new young baddie. He got the money, he got the power, he can do whatever he wants to. Kanye is Kanye. Kim K ain't gonna get another Kanye. She got Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson. And I mean, he's funny on SNL. His movies aren't funny. He ain't pushing for $1 billion. She's never going to get another $1 billion individual. Just like how the wife of the Amazon CEO, Bezos' wife, who he divorced, the next guy that she could get was a school teacher. Do you understand that? You never gonna get another Kanye. If you are at an advanced age and you got a man that's taking care of you, that's committed to you, you better stick with it no matter how bored you get, no matter how frustrated you get. You better, you better stick with it, because out here in these streets, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for all of you. But I Hold You a Minute was a solid song. Now, I will say this about this track though. Having Lil Wayne on I Hold You a Minute sounds like a slam dunk, doesn't it? If he's on his A game, that is borderline instant classic, instant super success. Like, on top of that, production, solid, everything about that track. But the problem is, Lil Wayne is washed up just like the rest of the legends who are still rapping today. Sad but true. Sad but true. Like, and you know, there was a time where I was a massive Lil Wayne fan. We talking The Block Is Hot up to the Carter One. That was my period of time where I was a massive Lil Wayne fan. There was a little bit of area in there where I really wasn't that big on him. But after the Carter One, I dwindled off when everybody was on he's the greatest rapper alive and all of this stuff now. Like, okay, y'all can feel that way. Y'all can feel Carter 2, Carter 3. All of that was his finest works. Not me. Manny Fresh, Cash Money. That's the peak Cash Money for me. But Lil Wayne, I mean, there's definitely better artists out there that the Weeknd could have got, but he got the Lil Wayne because he's Lil Wayne, he's a legend. People still gonna show up for Lil Wayne, but not like they used to. His time has passed. I really think that he could have got a better feature there, especially that line, his bars, disappointing, fam. Like, said that he'll smoke some chick's husband, no hubcap, like that. Lil Wayne is somewhat of a shell of his former self, man. Sad to say it, but it is what it is. Still a good song, but I just wish he did. Like, he borderline ruined it, man. Lil Wayne, yes, Lil Wayne borderline ruined the song that he was on. And the last song that I want to talk about for this one is that Is There Someone Else? Well, this is somewhat related to I Hold You a Minute, because, like, he's questioning the loyalty of the woman that he's dealing with. And once you experience I Hold You a Minute in real life, like, you see that these women out here don't respect commitment like they try to tell you that they do. These women out here will drop you in a heartbeat if the NFL player pops up. I mean, look at what was it? I think it's Asian Doll or something. Let me pull up the actual article. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Julia Fox is the chick that was with Kanye West. And you know, Kanye loves him some white chicks. It is what it is. But let me pull up the article that I'm talking about. Asian Doll, yes. Asian Doll, who's supposed to be, well, I guess not with anymore, dude named Jack Boy. Asian Doll, when she sees, of all people, Antonio Brown showing out in football, pretty much getting himself cut when he was, 8 passes away, and like he's like 8 passes away from a whole millie. And Tom Brady was gonna get it to him. Oh, Tom Brady was gonna get him that money because that's what Tom Brady does. Tom Brady looks out for his receivers. He knows what your contract's looking like. Yo, I'ma help you get this money. But he shows his ass in front of the world, gets himself cut, probably won't be back in the league for this season. Maybe he'll be back in the league next season. Maybe. Doesn't matter. I could care less about the NFL to be 1,000. But yet, dude, he fumbled a whole $1 million bag right there. But yet, this chick, Asian Doll, wants to, like, she's trying to holler at him right after he fumbles a whole $1 million bag on social media, and it becomes more of a thing between Jack Boy. Jack Boy's like, yo, AB, go ahead, do your thing, bro. I ain't no hater, just pass on back to the team, and they go back and forth. But see how quickly these chicks will move on. How much they really don't like commitment. How these chicks is trying to get this. You feel me? And just based on that, understanding that there's like no loyalty at all. Once you experience it, once you see that, you're gonna always question, yo, there's gotta be somebody else if you're acting this kind of way. Like there's too many holes in how you're acting for me to believe that I'm the only one. Like, once you experience how foul these chicks be, then you ultimately are you're always going to question, is there somebody else? It's always going to be a bit depressing. It's always going to be some nonsense. You feel me? Always is. But that changes when you got your stuff together, man. You got your game right. You got the right woman. You go ahead and show that you are the man. You got the money. You are, like, as Jason Black would say, you are the table. When you establish yourself like that, then you can always, even if the chick is being mad, disrespectful, and all of that stuff, and she's not committal and all of that stuff, then you can let her go, and someone else is gonna come through. Like Dr. Dre, who just got divorced from his wife. Wife only got $100 million, which sounds like a lot to y'all. It's not. Like, she fumbled a whole $1 billion bag. She was supposed to get the whole billion. Now she got $100 million. And that $100 million ain't gonna last that long for somebody who spends $2 million a month. And you think she's gonna start paying less a month now and survive off of $100 million? No, it's going down for her. But Dr. Dre being divorced, he gonna be all right. Dr. Dre just gotta show up to the club. Chicks be like, oh, is it Dre? Is it Dre? And they gonna be all over him. Cause they know he's got like $1 billion. And he's Dr. Dre. What woman is not going to try to be like, even with all of the news on how he be beating chicks up and things of that nature that everybody try to slander Dr. Dre, he can still get any chick that he wants. Period. And you can be the same way, fellas. So at the end of the day, I mean, don't even worry about it. Like when women be acting fickle and all that, if there's potentially somebody else, let them go. You can get younger, better, badder. As long as you stay focused on you, focus on your next check, focus on that next bag. Keep your crib fly. Be yourself, no matter where you go. Have respect for yourself. Be your own man. As long as you got all of this, then women, they can come and go, man. You can build relationships. You can do whatever it is you want to do. There's always going to be demand for your services. But overall, man, love this project, man. The concept of it was pretty dope. As old man Weeknd looking back at his life and all the regrets and all the bad things and having his own radio station, pretty much putting it all into context. That was fire. I like the theme being pop, house, R&B, and it's a dated timepiece of the 80s. Solid stuff. Pieced together excellently. I don't think it's like a straightforward, you listen to everything, like a solid 5 songs that I'm going to keep on my playlist, which that seems to be like the max for the vast majority of artists that I listen to that I actually do keep from the good projects. So this was good. This was really good, man. Therefore, I'm giving this album 8.5 out of 10. Definitely one that you guys should go ahead and peep out. You should definitely be like listening to this one like way more than any of the other projects that's came out. Way more than Gunna. Way more than Nas. Still getting a lot of hate mail for my Nas flopped video, which is fine because I'm going to keep responding because he did flop and y'all can hold that L. But for all those in the playbacks, all those watching right now, appreciate y'all all coming through, man, watching this live review for the Weeknd album, man. It's definitely an enjoyable project. Next level. I know a lot of people on this channel don't like follow the R&B side of it as much, but you know, I listen to a lot of stuff. I listen to R&B, pop, hip hop, but this is, I love the underground. I love rap music. That's who I am. But you'll get reviews of The Weeknd here. You'll get reviews of Tory Lanez singing albums. You'll get reviews of Silk Sonic because, as I said before, R&B has been killing the game, man. Hip hop in general, and I mean, there's always outliners. There's always solid artists that's out there that's dropping really good stuff. But in terms of massive commercial albums, you're not getting a lot of rap albums on the top level besides, say, a J. Cole album. You can throw in the Drake album, maybe. But for the most part, hip-hop has been disappointing for some years now, except for a few standouts. But R&B, man, R&B has been solid. R&B has been solid, dude. Like, Silk Sonic, The Weeknd, Tory Lanez, as I said, with the Lonely at the Prom. Man, look at The Weeknd was dropping a bunch of super solid like albums before this one, because anybody, like, you gotta be a fan of The Weeknd now. This guy got 100 million streams per song, bruh. Per song. Who else would we say would be R&B? Like Doja Cat, even Doja Cat. I'm not even a fan of Doja Cat. I'm so not a fan of Doja Cat, but you can't deny that her music is like better than most of these rappers out here. Her, Her, her music has been way better than the vast majority of these rappers out here, man. I would even like DVSN don't get the props that they should get, but DVSN, who's with Drake, who probably do a lot of Drake's like R&B type songs and stuff, they are like, it's a songwriter and an R&B and a singer, R&B singer, and their stuff is pretty tight, man. Masago is fire. Like the R&B game, well, I wouldn't put Masago in the R&B channel. Forgive me. I wouldn't do that to him. But R&B is like so much stronger. Like Anderson .Paak solo. Like he dropped 2 classics. Bruno Mars dropped a classic. R&B is just 10 times better than hip hop right now. And it saddens me, but I think eventually the game's going to rebound. I think hip hop will rebound, but I'm cool with wherever the good music comes from. And whether it's R&B like the Weeknd album here, or whether it's anything else, I'm cool with it. Doesn't matter. Just give me the dope stuff and we'll keep it pushing. But again, appreciate everybody who came through, everybody that's in the playback, everybody that's been listening, man. Love y'all. Might do something tomorrow, depending on whatever news come out. I'm no longer trying to do a video every day or every weekday and all of this stuff. I'm not forcing it no more. Like when there's something that deserves to be spoken about, then we'll be speaking about it. Till then, catch you guys later, man. 1.